How do you know when it's time to sell your altcoins? Well, in this video, we are going to look at what I think is the ideal point in time to sell your altcoins back into Bitcoin and what the relationship is between altcoins and Bitcoins. What's up guys, Dirk here from intelligentcryptocurrency.com. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell. That way you get future updates whenever I upload a video. And if you want me to send you an email every time I upload a video because you prefer to get notified that way because, you know, YouTube isn't always that accurate, well, then just click the first link in the description below. Sign up for my free crypto masterclass. That way you get on my email list and I can send you an email every time I upload a new video. Alright, so as we are progressing through this 2021 cryptocurrency bull run and bull market, there's obviously Bitcoin and there's altcoins. Now, a lot of my focus has been on altcoins because they have the potential to significantly outperform Bitcoin during a bull market. But there's also times when Bitcoin just massively outperforms altcoins, and holding altcoins is just going to cost you a lot of money, as we saw in the 2018 bear market. So right now Bitcoin is trading at just under 54,000, so it's at 53,700, basically meaning that just even buying one Bitcoin is pretty much unobtainable for most people. And obviously, as Bitcoin is going to go higher in price, it becomes even more unobtainable. But using altcoins, it is still possible for the average person who maybe only has, you know, $5 or $10 or $15,000 to invest, to be able to still get one whole Bitcoin by simply investing in altcoins that outperform Bitcoin, right? So right now, for let's say $10,000, you only get a fifth of a Bitcoin. You get 0.2 Bitcoin. But if you were to invest that in an altcoin that's going to outperform Bitcoin by 5 to 1, then for $10,000, if you ride that altcoin up and at the 5x point sell it into Bitcoin, you've basically gotten yourself a whole Bitcoin for $10,000. So that is why altcoins are so powerful. So if you've been following the channel, then obviously you know what the Bitcoin dominance is. You've seen me share this chart for months already and talking about it. And what this is the Bitcoin dominance. So it is basically the relationship of Bitcoin as a ratio to the rest of the cryptocurrencies compared to the whole crypto market cap. So we have one crypto market cap, let's say for ease of use, $2 trillion. If Bitcoin is $1 trillion, it's at a 50% dominance, which is currently roughly where we're sitting. We're actually sitting at 49.37. Now, what this means is the higher the number, so the closer to 100 that the Bitcoin dominance gets, the more Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins. And at that point, you want to be holding Bitcoin. But if it starts dropping, as it has been doing over the last few weeks, altcoins are significantly outperforming Bitcoin. So you would gain more by converting your Bitcoin into altcoins, let them outperform, and then at some point, you want to sell those altcoins back into Bitcoin for maximum increase in Bitcoin. So quick look, quick explanation of the chart. The vertical lines are the halving 2016 and 2020. And obviously before 2016, the Bitcoin dominance was close to 100% because there simply weren't any other altcoins. And as the market started growing and started maturing, and you know, in the previous bull cycle in 2016, 2017, we started getting all these ICOs and hundreds of different cryptocurrencies being added. They all started taking away from Bitcoin's dominance, as you can see, and that's when the dominance started to fall. We had a pullback and then a very, very sharp sell-off in the Bitcoin dominance. Now, what this means is that basically altcoins massively outperformed Bitcoin during this period of time, and this happened to be the complete peak of the cycle. This very low over here, this was the 15th of January. It marked the absolute peak in altcoins because Bitcoin peaked on the 17th of December. So Bitcoin basically peaked just about over here, right at the top. Then after Bitcoin peaked, had its all-time high, altcoins went for a massive, massive run. And that's where we saw literally a 10, 20, sometimes even 30x in a period of 3 weeks in altcoins where they massively, massively outperformed Bitcoin. Now, this would have been the perfect point in general to sell altcoins back into Bitcoin, because from this point onwards, throughout the entire bear market of 2018, altcoins lost more value compared to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin retained a better value, especially against altcoins, and you can see the dominance started to increase, and it got all the way back up to 73% Bitcoin dominance. Now, obviously, with the power of hindsight, we can say that this point was an ideal point. In September 2019, that was an ideal point to convert Bitcoin back into altcoins, because from that point onwards, the Bitcoin dominance started to fall and altcoins started to outperform. Then we had a breakdown of this rising trend line, and we had a retest of it. So it actually got back to that high, a little bit above it. So once again, we got back to about 73% over here. And since then, we have been in a free fall. So this was on the 28th of December. So basically, this entire year of 2021, altcoins have in general outperformed Bitcoin in quite a way. So if you had converted your Bitcoin into altcoins in the beginning of 2021, you would have a lot more Bitcoin right now if you chose to sell it back. And that is the key. So what I am looking for is I am looking at some point this year for the Bitcoin dominance to retest the previous lows, the all-time lows in the Bitcoin dominance. At that point, I think altcoins will have had a huge run, and it's going to be likely that selling altcoins back into Bitcoin is going to give you a lot more Bitcoin than what you had at some point in the bull run, and then Bitcoin is probably going to start regaining dominance. That's what we're looking for anyway. Of course, nobody can tell the future, can't say for sure, but at this point, this is what I'm looking for. So somewhere in the 30% range. Now we could have a double bottom, so exactly similar to about 35%, but maybe this year, this cycle, we get a lower low, and maybe we go into the 20% or even sub 20%. That is a possibility. But when we start getting to this double bottom level over here, sometimes in technical analysis, a double bottom pattern means that pretty specifically around the double bottom level, we could see a bounce. Then obviously we have to see how strong is that bounce. Is it really a bottom formation and that is it? Or is it just a small bounce and we're gonna get a low? So maybe it goes here, maybe we get a bounce, and maybe we get something like that. That is a complete possibility. Now, obviously, if we get an even lower low in the Bitcoin dominance than what we had there, altcoins will go absolutely bananas. We'll see parabolic blow-ups in altcoins like we can't imagine. Like, it'll just be so ridiculous if this happens. So at this point in time, we have to keep an eye out for, what is going to happen. So we're at a point now where, we could just either drop straight back down into this, but we could also get a bit of a bounce. So maybe, who knows, a Walmart or Facebook or whoever announces they bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, we get a huge pump in Bitcoin. Bitcoin steals the show, and maybe the dominance goes back up to retest that, and then it goes down sometime later in the year. And as you can see over here, so if we would go down May, June, if we head in one straight direction, but maybe we bounce, and maybe we only get here somewhere towards the end of the year, November, December, if we have that bounce included. So again, that is a possibility, what we've been covering in the previous videos. How long does this cycle run? Nobody really knows, right? The 4-year cycle, the previous two cycles, 2013, 2017, that's been in November and December. So again, if that's a 4-year cycle, we're looking at November, December, maybe January 2022. But again, it could be sooner too. We don't really know. So anytime from May onwards, depending on how quickly this sells off, I'm going to be looking to start selling a whole lot of altcoins back into Bitcoin if it gets into this double bottom area, and I would say close in the low 40s or maybe in the high 30% if Bitcoin dominance gets there. That is my personal target. So no financial advice here, but just sharing this is an interesting thing to keep an eye on, because once that dominance gets low enough and everything gets oversold enough, there will be some sort of bounce, and Bitcoin is going to outperform, or altcoins are going to underperform, whichever way you want to look at it. And if you are looking to increase your Bitcoin, that would be a nice way to play it, especially if we can get somewhere like in the 40% dominance level, and then let's say we bounce back up to 55 or 60. Well, that could be a really nice way to increase your Bitcoin, and then again your altcoins if you want to buy them back again after it bounced. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think? Is this a good strategy? Would you sell your altcoins into Bitcoin once the dominance gets low enough? Love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. If you haven't subscribed already, smash the like button, subscribe below. And if you're not on my email list yet, first link in the description below. Click that, sign up for the free masterclass. That way you get on my email list, and that way you also get notified every time I upload a new video. And for those of you who are watching this right now who are not yet part of my intelligent cryptocurrency program and community, if you need help navigating this crypto bull run, if you want to know how it all works, if you want to know, where to buy coins, how to store them, how to research them, if you need education and courses and tutorials, I have all-in-one package membership called Intelligent Cryptocurrency. You can get the details by signing up to my free masterclass below, first link in the description, same way you get on my email list. Or if you're ready to join and you just want the details and you're ready to sign up, click the second link in the description below. You can go to the checkout page, you can sign up with us, 60 days money back guarantee, so there's no risk to you. You can join us, you get access to all the courses, a monthly newsletter that I write, all the previous newsletters that I've written, and access to myself and over 700 other investors in our private Discord chat group for guidance, support, information, discussion, and all that good stuff. So, links in the description below. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.